Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at having morals, but mostly we're poor at making art. My name's Benj.
And I'm Isaac. Isaac, the moralless poor artist.
Yeah,
It's quite a
sometimes these intros,
lie.
they're just, they're just wrong.
We're forced into the introductions.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like we have to do it something related to what we're saying.
Neither of us woke up today thinking, I think we want to announce to the world that we have no morals.
Yeah.
But then art comes and it hits you over the head and it says, this is what you're drawing today.
And today, we're going back to the roots. We're drawing a sermon title.
Sermon title. Because every once in a while a sermon title comes along and you're like, I feel it in my artist bowels.
not the gland or what was it before?
Artist sphincter. The artist. It is a gland, I think. There's an artistic gland that some are born with. It's like your appendix, but you can't find it on an X-ray.
But we weren't born with it.
We were born with a
that's why we try so hard.
We weren't even born with the space where it should be.
Yeah, we can try. We try. We draw more often than most people.
It's true that
we're worse than most people.
Many people are born with that special kernel of art in them. Some people are born with 2 cobs of it.
Yeah,
we're born with negative artistic skill.
Because it's one of those things where it's like most skills can be taught. You can get better.
You can
at most things,
except for us.
Yeah, at art.
It's not
because I try every week. I try.
I sit down and I'm like, I'm going to the image that is somewhere in my brain. I want that on the page. I have a good, funny image in my head. Yes,
and I want to put that on paper.
But you see, that's what makes us special. That's what makes us special, and God loves us very much, as they once said in VeggieTales. I'm sure they were referring to poor artists also, right? Thing is,
but our title today though is Kingdom Morals, which is it's kind of a weird title.
Thank you, Pastor Eric.
But it also doesn't leave it open for a good introduction.
No,
because what are we poor at?
We're poor at
kingdom morals.
Kingdom morals.
Kingdoming.
We're poor
at being a kingdom.
No. We're poor at having morals.
Yes, it was the only choice.
The only choice we were left with. So there it is. The explanation. My microphone has a hair on it.
Yeah, this is a rare instance where you guys get a backstage pass into how we determine what we should say at the beginning of the video.
Yeah, most people think it's just brilliant creativity that inspires such punny, wonderful intros. But no. There's less work than that goes into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We look at the title and we think,
which of those things are we poor at?
Yeah.
Now, because realistically, it should just be like, we're poor at art, and we're really poor, but mostly we're really poor at art. No, really, guys, we're poor. Yeah, poor in all caps.
Our intro is meant to be a warning, right? Yeah, we have the music
turn
play.
It off.
And it shows up the definition of poor. This is what you clicked on. We're poor. We're bad.
I blame the catchy jingle.
Yeah, and then we come on and say right away, we're poor at art.
Yeah.
We're bad.
We're moralist poor artists.
Poor artists.
Flee for your lives.
Do not watch.
Flee to the hills.
What you're about to watch.
But yet you're still.
So here's third warning, really.
Fourth warning. I think.
Just what we're about to do is moralist bad art.
Moralist bad art. Yeah, you see, because as Ben was explaining a minute ago, we have a picture in our head, but due to the lack of the whatever body part gland that artists apparently are born with, the kernel of inspirational artness. We don't have that. So when we take the image in our head, our bodies are uniquely designed, and our brains are uniquely designed, and our hands are uniquely designed. It's different than your body and your brain, apparently. Right, your hand. Yeah. We're just designed to take whatever is in our head and not be able to execute it on the page.
It's like when you're watching, a Disney movie, right? And you're like, oh, okay, so this is based off of that old story about the mermaid that fell in love with the prince.
Yes,
and
it's
then
just
died
like that. A mermaid
because,
story.
Yeah, because she died because she didn't listen to her father, right?
Yes, the happy tale.
And then Disney comes along and is like, how about we make her get everything she wants because she didn't listen to her father? And the moral changes entirely.
We're not changing morals. We're just moralists.
No, but I'm saying
We take the art.
we have
art.
an idea in our head,
Yes.
and then when it comes out on paper, it's the opposite.
I have now
Of
followed.
what?
I think I've now followed your
Yeah.
extremely strange comparison to the Disney company, which is now probably going to get this video copyright stricken, right stricken.
Because we made fun of
Yeah,
Disney.
because we said something about Disney, and you called Walt's grandma a dog.
I didn't do that.
Oh, that's right. That didn't happen. Yeah. It's a weird insult, isn't it? Weird insult that I feel like it's the kind of insult that they had like before they were good at coming up with insults, you know? Your mom's just a dog. And you're like, well, I kind of like dogs. And they're like, no, you don't understand. When she's ugly. And, you know, and you're like, but my dog's not ugly. They're like, no, you don't understand. It's an insult. And then they're like, on guard, slap with the glove, you know?
When was that used as, like, I've never heard that as an insult. I'm pretty sure you just made it up just now.
That's weird. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be credited in the future with people calling other people's moms canines.
Mm-hmm.
That's not me. That's a thing. Pretty sure it's a thing. It's just old fashioned, you know? Now they're just like, your mother was ugly. Back then they're like, no, we're not going to say your mom's ugly. Now it's like, your mom's fat. And it's like, no, your mom's an ugly dog. I don't know where I'm going with this. We should draw.
Yeah, why do you bring that up?
I don't even know.
This is how moralist we are.
We're so moralist. We call people's moms names, but not your mom. We like your mom. Your mom is wonderful.
Who are you talking to?
Talking to all of our fans.
All
of our fans. Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
Just know we like your moms in the appropriate amount.
The appropriate amount a stranger would like your mom.
Or they're like, that's your mom's a nice lady, you know.
Unless she's not.
Unless she's not. Maybe you're watching this video.
Maybe she's good at other ways.
There's at least
maybe she's bad at most things, but like there's probably something good about.
There's at least one of you at home right now that's going like, no, she's not.
No, trust
you
us.
know,
there is one thing your mom's
rough.
good at.
She is. Maybe it's just birthing you. You know, like maybe she was bad at that.
Yeah, maybe.
You know? Maybe that's not the thing she's good at.
Yeah.
You know, they had to go in with the forceps and the suction cups, and just like, because she was like, nope, not doing it. I'm really, she got on her microphone and is like, welcome to
Two poor moms.
We're really poor at
we're poor at
becoming mom. Like,
we're poor at something, but we're mostly poor at giving birth.
Right now. I'd watch that channel.
I would not watch that channel.
I mean, it depends on
they can only have a video once every 9 months.
It depends on how many.
I guess if there's two moms.
Depends on how many.
They could do it like once every.
Yeah, right.
4.5 months.
Wow, that's some good math over there. I'm just saying, if the censor bars are in the right place, like it's not.
Imagine if we only made a video once every 4.5 months.
Yeah, right.
The world would probably be a better place.
Probably would, because we're moralists, poor artists, who are now going to start drawing. I think it's time.
Yeah, it's been almost 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's time.
We have to do just under 10 minutes for our New Year's resolution.
It's not resolutions, man. We didn't make resolutions. New Year's abstention.
Oh yes,
we're abstaining from
going over 10 minutes.
So, did it? Oops.
Oh wait, we need to put it on the right page.
Oh, wouldn't that have been embarrassing? There it is. Just under 10 minutes.
But you just read it.
Well, I mean,
that's breaking our other rule.
Oh my gosh. What is the title again? Kingdom Morals?
Yeah, Kingdom Morals.
Kingdom
so
Morals.
Morals is plural. Kingdom is not plural or possessive.
Wow. Okay. Let's see.
The subtitle was humility, but we're not adding the subtitle into. I mean, like optionally, you could add the subtitle of humility, but that's not part of the title. Is that?
This is eyes.
Oh, yeah, but what's the
Nose first, man. Dripping nose.
I was hoping it wasn't that.
Ooh, look.
Why is the nose
The pen
so far?
decided he needed a beauty mark.
Why is the nose so far away from the eyes?
Because of how this person is proportioned, you know? Because we're poor artists. You know, how,
Like look at a human face. Mine can be an example. Are my eyes like a whole head distance away from my nose?
I just want everyone to remember this when he starts drawing a nose first person today and the eyeballs are bulging out of the head and touching each other. The fact that he complained about the proportion of a human face.
But they're touching the nose just like real eyes do.
Are they? Do they? Will they?
They're level with the top of the nose. That's where eyes go.
Oh, this person has an extremely square jaw. Isn't that interesting? I wasn't aware.
Is this like a dripping nose witch? Just like a
It's supposed to be a king, man.
what? A king? Why is his nose dripping?
Sometimes kings don't have tissues. Kleenex.
What kind of king is this?
Medieval king.
He doesn't have like a guy standing next to him with a.
Okay,
I mean,
no, like he probably
even
has
if he
like
doesn't have tissues, like
he's probably like
some
royal
guy
wiper
comes
you know?
over with his hand and wipes it off.
royal king wiper, which is easily like one of the lowest of the low. I'll just let you imagine why kings.
Yeah,
Kings need wiped.
I mean, it would be worse than the poop smith job.
Yes, it would. And that was a real job. Okay. The king's crown.
I am so glad plumbing exists.
I know, right? Like, can you imagine living in any time other than the present?
Yeah. Like there's all these people because they read like fantasy and romance novels and stuff, and they're like, it would be so cool to live in past times. But then you just think about it for like 2 seconds.
No, not even two, man. You know how many things, like people, like the fact that people are like, well, just think about anything. Like perfume. Perfume was invented because people stunk so badly.
Yeah.
All the time. And they had no way of
Do
stopping
you
it.
know why when you
They're
go
like,
to a
slather
dance,
flower oil on them.
do you know why when you go to a dance you put a flower on the guy's shirt and a flower on the girl's wrist?
Yes, because
it's so that you can both just smell the flowers.
Yeah,
you put
because
the flowers,
they smelled so bad.
Yeah, you put the flowers right next to your nose because the other person would smell so bad.
I know. You just like shove your face into the flower and
while
pray,
you're dancing.
and pray for the dance to be over.
Because you don't want to smell the person
And you know
that you're that close to.
That's why they really should, like, prom has flowers. Like, weddings have flowers. Middle school dances should really go heavy on the corsage.
Flowers are like you shouldn't be allowed in without flowers.
You're like, I see you have forgotten to wear deodorant for the 12th week in a row, and you're
like,
flowerless.
Is that a fake flower?
Yes. No.
Get out and go get a real smelling flower.
And no, don't you get that can of spray, the Axe or whatever. Teenagers still use Axe? We used Axe.
Probably.
I still have a
They
bottle of
must
Axe.
use something similar. Maybe not the same brand.
I don't know. It's probably not cool anymore because we used it.
Yeah.
The fact is, middle schoolers smell bad.
Yeah.
Okay. This king smells bad. I realize his eyes are dead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know if that made them more alive.
Oh, he's looking 2 different directions.
Is this a male king?
Yeah. He has a similar hairstyle to my guy from last week. The puppy kisser.
Yeah. I mean, this guy is a puppy sniffer. That's for sure.
Oh, it is. He is.
Like this guy has like some weird law, I'm sure, where like he makes people bring him their puppies. Like every time a puppy's born in the kingdom, they have to bring it to him, and he smells it.
He smells it.
Yeah, he's a puppy sniffer.
Yeah, he has the same vibe. You're right.
Look at him. Look at that. Like that's probably why it's dripping. He's sniffing so many puppies.
That's a gross accusation.
Like, there's hundreds of puppies being born every day in his kingdom. Because there's also a law that says puppies have to be born. I don't know exactly how that law works, but that's all the law says. Puppies must be
He's
born.
apparently wearing a tutu.
Oh, this guy, this king. If I lived in this kingdom, I would leave. I'd just like walk away. There'd be some guy at the gate being like, "You can't just leave," and I'd be like,
Oh,
"I'd be like, oh,
can't I?
But I am."
Yeah.
And he would probably like whisper to me as I'm leaving,
Take my family. Take my family.
I can't leave myself.
Yeah.
Please take the puppy too. He can't be sniffed anymore.
Oh, this is sad. Oh, this is very sad.
Are you telling me that your king is different than what I'm accusing him of?
Oh, he is. He's a puppy sniffer. But it's just the thinking about it. I don't know how to draw a throne. Let's just make that clear.
I thought we made it pretty clear we don't know how to draw anything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just have a question for you.
Yeah.
When you started drawing this king, were you going for puppy sniffer? Or, like, was this supposed to be, like,
I think
a
it's just
good,
left
strong
over from
king?
last week because it's like the same shirt and the same hair. I have like a generic version of just a terrible person in my head.
Like, this was always a terrible person.
Oh yeah,
That was the plan from the start. You weren't going for, like, a strong...
This wasn't like noble. It's not like that Superman drawing I did that one time,
Right.
and then turned into like potato Superman.
Or the king that I drew that one time that was supposed to be, like, the cool, good king that defended the land.
That guy.
And it was just, like, the worst king I've ever drawn.
It was not supposed to be.
I was just like, okay, whole new plan. This is no longer a good, strong king. This is the wimpy, lame king.
You tell that's a bag of money. Good. Good. Uh-huh.
But is it, or is it like full of puppy hairs or something?
Come on, man. We gotta get off that. At least some puppy hairs. Oh, man. Now I need to change. I'm thinking about changing my whole drawing.
Why does he have like a weird fluffy tutu?
They have people...
Like, and then the dress just like keeps going after that. Like, that's not like the end of the shirt.
Maybe it is a queen. maybe
like,
that is a woman.
Because like if that was like the end of the shirt and then he had pants after that, then it's like, okay, that's just like those frills
he has like
had.
like a Prince Humperdinck
But this
thing.
is like, right, no, but that was like the end of the shirt.
He doesn't know how to dress.
And then he had pants on.
Yeah, okay. But like
this is just
these
in
are
the middle of
pants.
Like, he found his mom's dress.
Baby.
Like, and his mom's real bad at fashion. Oh.
It's the same guy. Pull up my drawing from last week. I challenge anyone at home to do that. It's just the same dude as a king. Like, just look at this. I'm pulling it up on my phone. Look at the similarity of this guy. Look at him. My wanted poster person. Tell me that's not a descendant. You know?
Yeah, like the way he's pointing. Like, this guy has this king has a worse nose.
He does, but like some
But, like,
things work out in genetics.
But that's because and he doesn't have the lips. So like, this guy is a puppy sniffer. The guy you drew last time was a puppy kisser or smoocher.
What a terrible generational curse this family has, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't the point. The point, I mean, like, let's get away from him. Please. Far, far away from him. Keep your puppies away.
Like, I advise everyone who's watching this at home, cover up that half of this.
Cover up. Okay.
Just put
We're going to fix
something.
The rest
like
of this
some
drawing is
piece
going to
of paper over that part of the drawing while you watch this part of the drawing, which hopefully redeems that part of the drawing.
Yes, it certainly will.
I see you're drawing like a
Yankee Doodle.
peacock.
Yankee Doodle. Put a feather in his cap.
Okay.
But I'm not drawing Yankee Doodle. I'm drawing a hat, though. That part's
Okay.
true.
So that's a hat.
That's hair.
Oh.
Maybe the king needs more hair.
I don't think that would fix it. This guy hates the king. Like you could see it in his eyes. The disdain he has for this king, which I mean is justified.
It is, right? He's watched him sniff many a puppy.
So just he's not looking the king in the eyes. He's looking down with those eyes.
Maybe he is. You're right.
Hmm.
Let's see here. Just thumb and
Like
other fingers. Man. Okay. It's not the worst.
like I don't know if his eyes show hatred or sadness. I think it's both.
I also think it's both. How do you draw someone bowing? Like
You already drew. Like he can't be doing a very deep bow.
it's not like I think there's just something. There's gonna have to be some weird bending.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean that's essentially what a bow is. But like this guy's doing like a one leg first.
Oh no!
What is that?
I don't know. Oh no! He looks very genie-ish at this point. Oh no!
You're gonna draw like one leg going forward, one leg going back.
I don't really know. Where's this leg going? It's like we don't have to see this leg, thankfully. And there's like another leg.
Oh, what? Why is it there? Oh, oh, oh.
I think you get the gist that he's bowing.
I was not expecting the right leg to be going forward.
It's like a belt. It's like a pouch. And most importantly, he has a pen.
His pen that's glued to his hand.
It's not glued.
Thumb isn't
I
holding
don't know
it.
what is happening here.
Like maybe his pinky is holding it by itself. Like I mean, a pinky is strong enough to hold a pen.
Maybe
It's
some
just
lines will help.
a weird way to hold it. Plus, that's his left hand. Like it's glued to the back of his hand.
Dang, you're right. So I'll have to give him one over here too. Glued to the back. This hand also.
No, that's
Nope.
the front.
Is it?
Yeah,
Dang.
because he's doing this,
Oh, goodness.
and so that one is just glued to the front of the hand.
Okay. Okay, we can work with this. Bowing. Okay. Okay. This is actually not. There's some form of scoliosis, I think, but that's okay. We can work with this. We can work with this. It's so the title is it's
Kingdom morals.
Kingdom Morals.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this king is crazy looking. Went back to that side of the
I
drawing.
mean, look, this pen smith or whatever he is.
He's the royal scribe.
Okay, the royal scribe is so much better than the king. Like I have complaints about him, but
As you should.
like when I move my eyes back to the king, I'm like, oh, that scribe. He's a good-looking guy. In comparison, of course.
Okay, this is like hanging on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Royal do you spell decree?
Not with an R.
Oh God!
What's an R word that means the
By
same
royal
rule?
rule. By royal rule. Gosh, man. By royal rule.
BRR for short.
Yeah, that's how it works. By royal rule.
Look how you draw the first letter
Let's say.
and then ask
How
how
do you
spelled.
spell a word that doesn't start with that letter?
Just like already.
It's like, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the magicalness of poor art. Because you're like, he clearly wanted to say decree.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But the pen,
No.
the art, the missing art gland is like,
demanded.
it demanded poorness. You know? Like, by royal rule and decree.
the D is like this whole sign is not capitalized.
It's a yeah, I don't know why all that was. By royal rule and decree. Hyphen.
Oh, it's gotten worse.
This one's wrinkly. It's like got wet.
Left out in the rain.
All. Isn't that interesting? This one, the words showed up before the drawing.
That's if you weren't the one doing it.
all. Oh, that one's very straight.
Oh, and then it is ripped from another piece.
All. Medieval paper was a funny thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's rare that you had like a good straight piece of paper back in the day.
Yeah, really, right? Can you imagine?
Yeah, because it's like you could cut it straight, but then that you're wasting paper. It's hard to make it straight initially. Plus, it often had like fibers and stuff in it.
Your money.
Oh, this one's
And puppies.
yes.
Belong.
He should have just gotten bigger paper.
Yeah, but it's like it was pieced out
Right.
to the king. Exclamation mark. There. This is kind of like
Mm-hmm.
Umbridge's wall of rules and
Yes.
in that one movie called Deathly Half-Blood. No. Whatever.
Harry Potter
And the
5.
5. What was 5?
The
The Gob Stone Phoenix King? No.
No, that's
Order of the Phoenix?
Yeah,
No.
I think I think it was Order of the
There's
Phoenix.
8 movies, 7 books.
Yeah.
Order of the Phoenix is the one
I
right
always,
before
I always
Deathly
get
Hallows.
5 and 6.
There's one missing.
I always get 5 and 6 mixed up because
What's missing?
was it the Half-Blood
No,
Prince?
it's the one before that. It's the Azkaban.
No, it can't both be. It's either Order of the Phoenix or Half-Blood Prince.
Let's see.
Like I get those two mixed up.
Oh yes, no, it was Order of the Phoenix. Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
You're right. I was combining them.
Right, because Half-Blood Prince is the same one that Dumbledore dies because that's the whole.
Spoilers,
That's the
man!
whole thing.
Oh my gosh, there's
You
children
you
and adults.
You can't spoil
Something that's been out for 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right. So anyway, by royal rule and decree, all of your money and puppies belong to the king. You know, he had to write this under force of
scribe. Yeah.
So this is kingdom morals.
Which must be one of the reasons he just hates this king.
Yeah, right. But this is kingdom morals, right?
Right.
So what is the king saying? More alls.
Oh, it's like a pun. I see.
Yeah, that's what the king wants. He wants there to be more alls. He doesn't think people get it. More alls.
So you're not doing morals like the common definition.
Terrible.
Of the word.
This is the worst text box I've ever done.
More
alls. You know, in the kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like here. It's like,
yeah. This kingdom needs more awe. That the puppy hair just gets everywhere.
It does, doesn't it? You ever been to someone's house that has any dog?
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Yeah,
it's on the pants and
you
before those
you sit on the couch. You're gonna get hair all over.
This is before lint rollers, man.
Mm-hmm. And this guy sniffing all of them.
He's like,
all the puppies belong to the king. This is like how all the dolphins belong to the Queen of England.
Yeah, you don't think she's out there kissing them, man?
Yeah.
Or what?
Sniffing them, maybe?
Sniffing them, kissing them.
Yeah.
You know, like one of her kids is kissing them. One descendant.
So, like, wait, do all the dolphins then now belong to the king?
The king? I was wondering that. I mean,
or, like, does he not care? Like was he just like,
I
don't want that?
You think there's a brave enough British reporter to be like, King Charles, sorry about your mom, but question, sir, your Highness, Majesty.
Mm-hmm.
Do all the dolphins now belong to you? We're a little confused on the order of who we need to inform the Dolphin King. You know?
who he belongs to, or is he now free?
It's one of those things where it's like, I wonder. Yeah, does anyone ask?
I don't
That
know.
the Dolphin Parliament's just up in arms. They're like, is no one asked? You know?
Like when this guy dies. Like, I mean, hopefully, his descendant, you know, whoever takes over for him, is not a puppy sniffer or smoocher or
he will be
whatever else.
You can't have that guy as a dad and make it out okay. Can you?
I mean, maybe you could at least be something different.
Maybe.
Like he could still be greedy, you know. Like if I lived in this kingdom, my main problem I don't think would be the money, because it's like, okay, yeah, we have a greedy king,
yeah,
but who doesn't?
Yeah, like everyone does, right? Like that.
But it's the puppy sniffing.
Yeah,
like
the revolution was fought over the puppy sniffing.
Yeah, it's just like all the puppies belong to him. Like,
yeah, right.
Like they're at our house. But they're his puppies.
Yeah, like
and
he comes and like, you know, there's like a stamp on them, you know, like a puppy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as soon as your puppy's born,
I can't bring myself.
You have to bring them to him.
Yeah,
he sniffs them, and then he stamps them.
Yeah, like it's quite cruel. But you know, everyone knows.
Mm-hmm.
You see a free puppy, and you're like, go away from this kingdom, puppy. Go to the neighboring kingdom. It's like a puppy underground. Yeah. Like, you just know there is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this guy's bad enough. He takes all the people's money.
Yeah,
like,
all of it.
Like, there's no
it's not even a tax. It's just all money belongs to him.
It's true.
What's this guy's name? This king. Does he have a name?
Oh, oh dear. What was the guy's name last week? I forget. His name was Fergus Casanova.
So is this guy a Casanova?
Maybe his name is something along the lines of an F. Yeah, his last name is Casanova still.
Right.
His name is let's see. His name is Blurtberg Casanova. Blurtberg.
Blurtberg.
Blurtberg. Blurtberg the Terrible.
Give unto Blurtberg what
Yeah.
is Blurtberg's.
I don't think that's what Jesus would have said. It's a line.
So,
He's so gross looking. You just know that the puffies on his sleeve and stuff are made of dog hair.
yes, of
They're
course.
just dog hair, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Like-
some people are like, it's not even his real hair. It's a wig made of the fur of the puppies that are his.
It's like poodle hair.
I can't get over Blurtberg.
Uh,
Maybe you said there's like a royal wiper, right? I was gonna add a.
oh yeah, because well, I mean, does he have a royal wiper? His nose is currently dripping. It's just the hand. It looks like a nose.
No, that's the tissue right there.
What?
Can you make it longer looking?
It's like clearly attached. Like there's no line disconnecting it from the hand.
Well, I mean, maybe it's how it is.
Like that's
It's like sewn into his shirt.
No,
Like it like retracts like one of those cool knives or pistols from movies. So, you know, just like he holds his arm straight out and a tissue just appears.
Yeah,
It,
but
like
it's like
springs out.
clearly connected to the finger.
You're just thinking about it wrong. This isn't the finger. That's not a
Right,
finger.
but then why is it connected to the
Tissue.
hand?
It's in the hand. Like
But
make
it's
a
not-
cup with your hand. It's
Right,
just going-
but there's not a line there.
this is the tissue.
Right. But why is make a line that
Where?
disconnects it from the hand?
Right here?
Yeah.
Does that make it better?
Yeah, that's better.
I don't think I did anything, but okay. The royal wiper. And off to this side, there's someone shouting. Because, like, he's decreeing this new rule
Mm-hmm.
about taking everyone's money,
Right.
but the people don't care. The people are protesting the puppy thing.
Yeah, because, I mean the problem is
Save the puppies!
like in this kingdom, the way I imagine it, it's like it's not just that like these people like puppies so much that they're like, but it's like
No, it's just that he's so
like,
creepy.
he's so
with them.
creepy, and you like have to have puppies.
Yeah.
You know, like he doesn't let you just not.
Everyone
have
owns puppies, but he lets you know that they belong to him.
Yeah.
Like, you have to go and watch him
Mm-hmm.
sniff a puppy.
because you have to breed the puppies.
Yeah.
But it's like you're not allowed to like stop your dogs from having puppies either. Like you have to keep having puppies.
This is a horrifying.
It's just the worst.
Let's move on. Too much thinking about Blurtberg.
He's the worst king.
Let's just focus on the pun. It's clever and haha funny.
Yes.
Kingdom morals, because there's more. This has turned way weirder. Like
Yes.
it's my fault for drawing him the same as the creepy guy in the wanted poster from last week. But,
Mhm.
like we should be focusing on the scribe's
Yeah.
rear end, but no,
No.
that's not even the
No.
focus.
Like he's so much better.
All right, it's all yours now.
Let me save your drawing while
No.
you expound upon us of
Expound upon you.
Blurtberg.
Blurtberg the Terrible ruled his kingdom in an age before lint rollers, as you can well tell by his throne and his clothes and his face. The people eventually rose up against Blurtberg and usurped him, putting in place his half-brother, Wilfred Berg, the Wise. Wilfred Berg the Wise was a terrible king. He was terrible. Like, he was worse decidedly worse than Blurtberg. But he didn't sniff puppies, so people called him the Wise as a sign of respect. It's a lie of respect. You know how that works? If you don't know what a lie of respect is, it's where you lie about someone to show that you respect them when you don't actually respect them. You're just glad they don't sniff puppies. You know, it's a very specific case. His reign was very much lessened, and eventually the reign went back into the family of Blurtberg, Casanova. His great 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 grandson became a hipster who kissed puppies and was arrested. It's quite a sad tale. All families have them. It's just how it works. Somewhere in your history, I hope and pray you don't have a puppy sniffer or a puppy kisser. But if you do, there's forgiveness for all in the Lord.
He prefers the term smoocher.
Yeah, but like you don't pander to the preferences of such a man. Do you? You're just kind of like, no. That's what you do when someone's like, I prefer smoocher, and they're just like, lock up his lips. And the people are like, yeah, we will. Don't.
Mm-hmm.
No, his lips have a separate prison.
Okay. I'm going to draw a drawing now.
Well, at least they got a history lesson.
And this will start with a nose.
Ah, yes. Let's remember the completely realistic proportions of this person's face. You know, how your eyeballs touch your top of your nose?
They do.
The eyeball doesn't, man. There's like a flap of skin.
Yeah.
Your eyeballs also do not touch one another.
Yeah, they do.
I don't think your mirror is working. Oh, a king. Or a child at a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Or someone British on Christmas, opening a Christmas cracker. So the three options. Oh, I didn't put gems on my guy's crown. That's disappointing to all the people watching at home.
Yep, this guy's got gems on his crown.
What's his name?
I think I should draw him first,
Yeah, let's
and
reserve-
then we'll see what his
We
name
reserve
is.
names for later dates.
Yeah, because what if this guy, like, like I might have a name now that I'm thinking, but it might change
It might.
depending on how poorly.
Imagine if that was the case in real life. I think people shouldn't be allowed to change people's names based on how disappointing they've been. You know? Like if your parents name you something noble, they're like, your name is Charles after Charles Ingalls. And you're like, you're just like a punk, someone that Charles Ingalls would have slapped for talking back at the dinner table.
Did Charles Ingalls regularly slap people?
No. But maybe, okay, so let's say you name your kid Charles, right? And Charles grows up and he, gets a wife. And Charles's wife, Charles walks in one day after a hard day working on the farm or wherever he works. And his wife is like, turns and is like, oh, Charles. And he's like, what's wrong? And she's like, nothing. And he's like, no, something's wrong. What's wrong? Wife of mine, whose name is probably Ma. And she's like, oh, Charles, I broke the eggs. And he's like, how could you? You terrible woman. We needed those eggs. Have you not seen the current cost of eggs? That's very different than how Charles Ingalls would have handled it. So then your parents show up at the front door and they're like, Charles, we need to talk. Your father and I have been listening from out the window. And you haven't lived up to your namesake. We're revoking your name. We're replacing it with Nelly. Nelly, and you have to get a job as the bratty shop owner's daughter.
That's a job?
I'll let you figure out the logistics later. But, I think names should be able to be revoked is my point.
Okay. No, I get that.
It was a very specific
that's
example.
scenario. It's just
It's a pretty real scenario. It happened.
That happened.
To Charles
To
Ingalls?
someone you know?
To Charles Ingalls?
His name got changed?
No, not that part. The real Charles Ingalls was like, it's okay, Ma. The eggs don't matter. You and the family matter. We'll just starve. Something along those lines.
I don't think.
Why is he turning into a giraffe?
What?
Or a centaur?
He's not.
Or a... Oh,
I'm just,
gosh. What is
I'm
it?
just drawing.
Why are
things.
his legs that of not a man?
Those aren't his legs.
Thank goodness for that. Why does he look like a weird birthday king? Like there's birthday clowns. You've all heard of those. This is like a birthday king. You know, this is like Bill Joe from down by the trailer park, but he moonlights as a birthday. Oh gosh. Oh. No, that leg is so wrong. Okay. There's ways to fix this. Adding a shoe is not one of them. There's like
It doesn't need to be fixed.
There's people that you're like, you clearly missed leg day, and there's other people that's like,
You've
you
never
clearly
gotten off
never
that
had
chair.
any muscle mass in your leg.
Yeah, like he's never gotten off this chair.
Like you've heard of the phrase "skin and bones," like like someone looks at someone who's skinny, like, oh, they're just skin and bones. His leg is just skin and bones. It is just a bone covered with skin. There's no muscle. Oh, it hurts to look at. It also desperately looks like he's not wearing pants. Like we've just happened upon this birthday king on the toilet. Why are we watching this?
But he has pretty good posture.
Why? Well, he's a king, man. He uses the bathroom with correct posture. But come on, man. Why are we watching this? Oh yeah, hair. That fixes it.
Yeah, he has some hair. But,
All I'm saying
this
is whatever name this guy's parents gave him, it's been revoked. It's been revoked.
Can you revoke a king's name?
I think his
Like,
parents
once
can.
he's
I think
king?
all parents should be given their right. You
No
know,
matter
like
how much of a king?
you know how bad I feel for parents that are like, we named our daughter after our favorite great grandmother who was so sweet and wonderful, and she went out and owns like a vegan bakery, and you're like, we're taking it back. Great grandma, Phyllis wouldn't have allowed that. She'd be ashamed. She's shaking her cane at you from heaven. That kind of a thing.
Why does she have a cane in heaven?
It's not because she can't walk. Let's just be clear about that. It's to show disapproval from on high.
Because of the vegan
bakery.
bakery.
Yeah. And then her parents are like, we're revoking your name.
Like,
You got to go out and get one of those new fancy Gen Z names.
it's just like vegan bakeries have problems, right? I acknowledge that, but
Thank you.
we've been talking about puppy sniffers. Like
It's a step down.
it's so far down.
Well, I mean, this guy.
Like the egg thing was worse than the vegan bakery thing.
Yeah, I know. But, like, I'm just saying, parents should have the right to revoke names. 'Cause, if any of my kids ever open a vegan bakery, I'm taking back their name. Maybe you just start really bad. Maybe you're like, you look at your baby and you're like, I think this one's a bad egg. So you give him a really gross name,
He's got like
your name is
Royal Scepter.
He looks like he has a royal bubble wand. But like, if you look at your baby, after they've been birthed, and you're like, I think this is a bad one. I'm gonna give him a gross name, like.
Right, but then they turn out to be good.
Yeah, right. They turn out, but you can revoke the name then too.
Yeah, so it's like there's a good version and a bad version of this revoking name.
Yeah, like I think it's a good thing to have in place. Like you can't just do it every day, Like you get one free revoke, and then you could like submit paperwork for a second revoke.
Yeah,
I mean,
like you're allowed to change your kid's name. Like that is a thing
but
you
like
can do.
no, but like it should be easier. You know what I'm saying? Like you should just be able to take the birth certificate and erase. Like it should be written in pencil.
Right.
When your parents finally pass on, then someone comes to your door with like a ballpoint pen and is like, "We're here to finalize your name."
You could just like
no one can revoke it anymore.
like you could like just send them to some like have someone adopt them, then they could change their name.
You're adopting out your own kid just to change their name.
Yeah.
You're putting them up for adoption.
Like, I mean, if your kid just really doesn't deserve the name you gave them.
I mean, I think you putting them up for adoption sends the double message. Like we're literally don't want to be your parents anymore because of the vegan bakery thing, you know. And they're changing your name. Like, which one's the kid gonna care about, you know?
Right. I mean, probably both.
Probably the name, but yeah. This is probably good this doesn't exist, though, because I just want you to think about something. Our parents have seen this channel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I imagine after, like, the first 100 episodes, them just bursting into the studio security team being like, "Whoa there, moms and dads."
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! He's a cowboy.
Right.
You know, and he's like, 4 artists. Name changers at 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And we slide down the fire pole to get away. But then who's there? Mom and dad. And they're like, "Boys, we need to talk in the den." You know, because talking in the den is never a good thing.
Right.
And they walk you down and they're like, "Boys, we thought this was just a phase, a weird poor art phase."
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "No, you don't understand, moms and dads. We weren't born with the artist spleen or the artist gene or the artist, whatever it's called." And they're like, "We're taking your names back. We named you after good, solid biblical men. Mostly. Time for something more."
I mean,
you know.
Benjamin didn't really do anything.
I think about Isaac too. Isaac almost died and gave away his blessing foolishly. Yay! Bible characters that we're named after. So maybe that's the punishment. They're like, "Nah, you know, we looked up the passages and they were mildly disappointing." You know,
Probably not good at art.
I don't see anything about them doing art. You know how many artists are listed in the Bible? There's like God created the heavens and the earth in black and white. You know, you ever looked up at the sky on a cold summer's eve and it's just black and white? You're like, that was clearly done by the greatest artist. Blesses some people with the art sphincter.
Yeah, but not us.
Not us.
So
Okay.
this is a
Speaking
lady
of biblical stories, this
with
is
like a baby.
you made it a bubble one. Thank you for embracing facts.
Yeah.
This guy's
So
clearly
I'm just-
like a weird party king.
I'm
You know?
just thinking of like what's the classic moral dilemma for a king?
Yes.
Right? It's 2 ladies coming.
I mean, maybe there's just one.
Here's the second one.
Is she facing away from the king? Are you allowed to turn your back on a birthday king? Oh my. No, if she had those eyes, I would be like, turn, good lady. Do not look at me. Oh gosh, what is wrong with this? And I use the term woman very loosely. What's wrong with this creature with a dead skunk on her head?
She just,
2 dead skunks.
she's having a bad hair day.
She is having a bad hair life. Ooh. Is that a lip?
Yeah.
What is this creature that's masquerading as a woman? Why does she have the same haircut as the king? This lady's related to your guy from the wanted poster from last week. Just look at this. Look at this. Look at this guy from last week that you drew. It's the same. They're related. You gonna tell me she's not related to him?
She does look like she might be.
Her and Chuck Willie Winkle. Oh, her arm's on backwards. Or her neck. What? Why are both arms going into... Her arms are doing something that no arms can do. She has 2 right arms. Why does she have 2 right arms? Explain. Explain. I want that baby. That's not even the argument from the Bible. the ladies didn't go to King Solomon and there's like a crazy lady with a bad haircut that's like, I want that baby, and everyone's like, what do we do, King? You know, you forgot an apostrophe. That's the biggest problem I see with this.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, crazy lady bursts into the audience chamber and is like, I want that baby. The king, the birth, like, okay, I just want to throw out this scenario. I want birthday kings to become a thing so badly. Birthday clowns have had their time.
Right.
Birthday kings would be so much better. You
Like
rent,
you hire
a birthday king, and he shows up. Yes, he brings his own throne, brings his bubble wand, brings his crown that he shoves over, and he holds fake court. And people like at your party come to the king with problems. Like I would be like, King, here's a baby, and someone would like burst out of the bushes and be like, I want that baby. And I'd be like, King, what do I do? And he'd have to make a decision, you know, with his bubble wand, you know, and then he'd you know, tell a dad joke or something, and you know, that would be the best party ever. Birthday clowns that, you know, like they tell a couple of jokes, they make everybody feel uncomfortable, they wear, you know, the creepy makeup, they do a balloon animal or something, and then they go home. Dude, fake court with a fake birthday king. You're just like presenting this poor man with problems that you have. You just go to him with your real problems. You're like, I don't know, King. Do I go to college A or college B? Whatever you say at this birthday party, I'm doing.
Right.
You know, you make him feel uncomfortable instead of the clown making you feel uncomfortable.
I don't think clowns make people feel
I think
uncomfortable.
they make them feel real uncomfortable. Except you, because something's broken.
You've clearly never seen a real clown.
I have seen so many clowns. They all wield giant butcher knives. Okay, but like, seriously. Just put a pin in that idea. Birthday
so
kings.
everyone knows this classic conundrum that all kings face.
You mean like one king in the Bible faced?
And no, it's every king. And they come.
I mean, the fact that they went to the king with this problem means it probably wasn't the first time it happened, you know?
Yeah.
That's why birth certificates and like
she has teeth.
DNA, oh, that fixes everything. She looks worse now. Just want you to know that.
But like, you know, they come and they're like, this baby's mine. And then he says, you know, from the Bible, he's like, just cut the baby in half and you each take half. And for some reason, one of the ladies was like, okay,
yeah,
that's fine with me. Like, what did that lady want?
Dude,
like,
she looked like this lady.
Yeah.
What do you think this lady wants?
And then the other lady was like, fine, just give her the baby. It's better than it being cut in half, right? But like, I feel like that should just be either. Like both people should have said that.
Yeah, right? Like how dumb was the other lady that's like, yeah, no, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that is a legitimate option that works for me.
Like even if that wasn't the mom, you'd be like, I don't think give the baby to the other woman.
Right, you're right. Like yeah. Which I think is the point, you know. It's like whichever mom cared more about the baby.
Yeah, but even if the real mom is like, yeah, let's do it. You're like, no.
Yeah, give it to the lady
crazy
that
woman
cares more about the baby.
Yes.
That's the point.
That was the point.
Yeah. So, but what do you think this king respond? Like this guy with his bubble wand, with his hair that poops through the crown,
with his kingdom morals,
with his like this guy
with his legs of skin
with
and
his
bone.
legs of. He's never left the chair. He doesn't know the real world. He's on this throne all the time.
He's really, really worrisome. Like just
like coming to this guy.
Can you imagine just walking in the room and you're like,
for wisdom?
Yeah, like you'd feel so uncomfortable. You'd be like, this guy's not in charge here, you know. Like this,
like where's the guy that whispers into his ear what to do?
And then there's
because
just, and
we
then you
need to
look
talk
around,
to that guy.
Then you look around, there's just
there's no one there.
There's like
it's just this guy.
There's the people who just like make sure this king stays alive. You know,
feeding him everything he needs because he does not leave this chair.
We'd say this almost. There's probably been a lot of kings throughout history that have been like this. You walk in the room and you're like, wait, that's the guy. That guy.
And then they always have like an impressive portrait drawn about them, but it's like you see them in real life, you're like, No.
Yeah, not a chance. Because like you see all those portraits of like famous people, you know, like how many ridiculous robes and golden orbs they're holding. You're like, there's no way
Yeah.
that is what they look like on a daily
Like
basis.
this guy's portrait, when you see it, he's got like real buff legs.
Keep in mind that every medieval portrait you see of a king was painted, unfortunately, by someone who's like, if the king doesn't like this, I'm going to die.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like
So
you
it's
make
like-
him look gorgeous.
Right.
Just.
But it's also a hard thing because it's like you need to make him look gorgeous, but he probably thinks he looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
So you also need it to look
you need
like
to go
him.
over, yeah, like
It needs to look like
But
him.
also, you got to remember that mirrors weren't as like good.
Right,
back
yeah, they
then,
weren't as
so
good.
you didn't have to try as hard.
Right.
You know, someone's like, "Is this what I really look like?" They're like, "Yes, my liege, this is you."
That's a strong chin.
What a strong chin!
Look
He's
at
like
those.
feeling it. It's like I don't even feel a chin.
Yeah.
It's there. Sire.
Strong.
Strong. Yes, king. Yes, my king. Strong. So,
Yeah.
what is his decision?
What is his decision?
It's not going to be
It's
good.
It's gonna be the worst.
Talk about his morals are going to be very questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken leg McGee. It's not McGee. Chicken leg king is just really. Oh, decree. Yes, good callback to my decree from earlier.
Yeah, I'm assuming
But
I'm spelling
kings-
it right.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't start with an R, I'll tell you that. I decree that this baby will. Oh, is the big crescendo? What's he going to say? In the tiny little bit of space you have left to write?
Mm-hmm. What's it gonna be? I'm definitely not stalling
I mean,
for time to
just
think
go.
of the most ridiculous thing I could think
We've
of.
already established you and I are moralless poor artists. So just
Yeah.
like, what would you do? You know, with your
Right. What
poor art morals.
what would I do?
Throw them a feast. If you've never watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, like King Boomy advice. King Boomy from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Right.
Man, that's this king in a way.
Yeah. But he actually
Yeah, that guy wasn't
Well,
actually crazy. This
yeah.
guy.
this
is-
guy like actually is.
Like he must be putting on an act. No, this is how the king is now. Has always been. He's never been out of that throne. Some say.
No.
People are willing to believe it because they look at his legs and they're like, that couldn't support him.
Be given to
I'm
the
so interested to see what this next word is.
lady
Oh,
who
yeah. Okay, that's it. The lady who. It's like Doctor Who, but lady who.
blows
Oh gosh.
the
Yeah, biggest has got to go down there.
biggest bubble
Questionable decision. To say the least. Man, his words have just fallen all over the place there.
This
Hard
is
to tell he's
how
even blowing a bubble at this
this
point.
is how he decides many things in the kingdom.
Do they use his bubble wand? Or are there like squires off to the side that are
It's
like, bring out the
bring
royal wands!
bring out
Bring out the peasant
we'll
wands!
just-
You know?
draw like a hand.
I like how both of our drawings require a hand to just off screen to fully help draw the picture. You know, like paint. Oh gosh, I used the word paint. Forgive me, please. Oh. But like, yeah, they help really illustrate the meaning. What is that bubble wand? Why is it like a ladle? Lopsided.
It's
It's a good point.
he made them all himself.
Man, this guy's morals. This guy's kingdom morals.
Yeah, like
What's his name? We need to know his name.
this guy's name.
Yeah.
His name is in the title. He is
King
King
Demorals. Uh,
Dumb.
King Dumb Morals. That's his name?
Yeah, he is dumb.
But like they call him Crazy King Dumb Morals? Or just Crazy King Dumb?
No, yeah, it's his morals.
Oh, so King
And
Dumb.
he's dumb. Like, his name is dumb, and he is dumb.
His name is Dumb.
Yeah. Like,
You know this is the greatest
It's
joke in this
always-
kingdom.
it's always, like, he probably wasn't born with the name dumb.
Parents probably
Like,
revoked
they
it.
revoked his original name. It was probably
Yeah.
Charles.
Was, right? King Charles.
And then he did this once.
King Charles.
You know, someone came up to him and is like, someone's been sniffing my puppy. And he said, we'll settle this with a blow off.
A bubble blow off, as
Yeah.
you do. It's unfortunate.
And then his parents came and are like, your name's dumb.
I mean that works. See, if you're out there and you're in the whatever department of the government is in charge of names,
Mm-hmm.
like what is that? Is there like a master of the names?
I mean,
The master of at arms?
not in America. Because we basically don't have laws around names. Like, every once in a while, they
That's
have to,
true.
like, tell someone you can't name your kid that because it literally can't go into the computer system.
Yeah, I mean that's just because we need to update our computers for the
But that's
future.
basically the only laws we
But
have.
like there's a place where all the birth certificate, original copies are filed away in some mine somewhere.
Like, in some countries, you have to have, like, one of the approved
Oh yeah,
names.
no, there's a lot of oppressive countries. I'll say it pretty openly. That are like, here's a list of names that are government approved.
Yeah. And it's usually, like, a lot of them are, like, Catholic countries, so it's like,
Yeah,
it has to be the name of a saint.
pick an apostle.
Yeah.
Like, but it's a girl. It's like, yeah, well, add an A.
Just- yeah.
Add an A.
Yeah.
Paula. You think I'm joking? I'm not. Like,
And then they'll usually, like, go by their middle name or something.
yeah, like, but no, you can revoke middle names too, man.
Mhm.
It's like his name is King Dumb. They left him
Yeah.
with a first and a
Yep.
last name.
It's just dumb. Like, he is king. His name is dumb.
It's just a single. He's like Zendaya, just one
Yeah,
word name.
One word name. He didn't deserve. Like, they didn't want him to have their last name.
Well, of course
They
not.
didn't want his legacy to be attached to their legacy.
Exactly right.
Because they knew, like, whatever's happening here,
Yeah.
like, he's gonna go challenge some other kingdom.
The first time he uses bubbles to decide something, they're like,
Yeah.
I don't think.
But it's
I don't
like
think his name.
but he
fits.
just keeps doing it.
That is King Dumb morals.
Like,
I'll give you
all-
that.
All morals in this kingdom are decided on by how big of a bubble you can blow. So, like, everyone in the
And
kingdom
everyone
is
knows.
like
Look at-
practicing.
Look at that crazy lady. Look at her crazy lips. You
Yeah.
know she can blow a bubble.
Yeah, like, she knew she could get away with this.
Ah, that's quite sad. Quite sad.
Yeah, like, this lady can do whatever she wants in this kingdom because she can outblow.
Dude, I can't get over her two right arms. Like, it's like an action figure that you just like pulled the arm off of and stuck another action figure's right arm on. Like, she's like a toy in Sid's bedroom in Toy Story. Like, not even that far off. She's like the creepy doll. But seriously, we've come to a lot of good conclusions today. The fact that there should, in fact, be birthday kings,
Right.
and the fact that names should be revocable.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're changing this world through
And
art.
and that people should not be puppy
They
sniffers.
shouldn't be. But like, come on, everyone knew that one in their heart of hearts. You know,
I mean, your king didn't know that.
he is born without a heart.
But I think if you're having issues with your friend, have a bubble blow off. I think that's a perfectly fine way to settle,
I think a better way to do it is just hire a birthday king.
and have him decide how you will.
Yeah, if he
end
says
it.
bubble blow off, then fine. You know,
Mhm.
but like,
Yeah.
birthday
like
king.
like obviously not for like important things.
No,
It shouldn't be how you rule a kingdom.
exactly right.
But like if it's like, hey, who's gonna get this last slice of pizza? We both already had, you know,
yeah.
2 slices of
And you're right,
pizza.
though. Keeping a
Like-
conveniently located bubble wand in your home to
Yeah.
decide, matters of this kind.
Right. And then having the bubble ruler to determine the size
Yeah, exactly.
of the bubble.
Bubble ruler. This is where AI comes in, man. You ask, hey Alexa, whose bubble was bigger? And it's like, well, based on the bubble ruler,
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a decision-making process in the future.
Yeah.
Bubble decision-making process approved by the two poor artists.
Right.
Well, kingdom morals, it's amazing what conversations wouldn't be possible without poor art, I think our job is done.
Yep. I mean, the original plan was not anything to do with bubbles.
No, but then the art.
I drew a bubble wand. Like, that was supposed to be like his scepter.
Yeah.
And like the joke was originally that it was just like comically small for a scepter.
I guess I will ask.
But then it became a bubble wand.
I will ask you, how much of this king was supposed to look like this? Was his hair supposed to be?
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be volcanoing out of the top of the ground?
That was always his
was
hair.
His chicken leg supposed to be?
Yep.
Like,
that was
I have a hard time believing a lot of him was intentional.
Yeah, no. The way he looks, very intentional. I was going for like a guy that you would expect to be the jester dressed up as the king.
Maybe next
week.
Like,
you walk in and you're like, oh, the jester's making a joke, pretending to be the king. And you're like, no, that's the king.
Maybe next week we can try not drawing just two new worst people on planet Earth,
Yeah.
Because last week and with this week, man, we're just slowly going down a path that I'm not sure I want to keep going down.
Yeah.
These guys
next week, like, we were even given a possibility. Like, kingdom morals.
Kingdom morals.
Shouldn't it have been, like, a good king?
Good moral, standard for the kingdom? No.
Yeah,
No.
We both drew the opposite of that.
Apparently that's what the world needs, according to us. Needed to see these two. It's like, learning by what not to do. But also, we gave a lot of advice today on what they should do.
Yeah.
So
don't listen to any of that advice.
See you next time.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.